It is a quiet Saturday morning, and Nick is already in the kitchen making coffee. Rose walks into the kitchen slowly, holding a small blanket around her shoulders. Good morning, Rose. You look a little sleepy today. Did you sleep well last night?
Good morning, Nick. I slept okay, but I woke up once because the wind was very loud outside.
Yes, I heard it too. The window near the living room was making a strange noise.
I thought it was raining, but when I checked, it was only windy and cold.
Do you want some coffee? I just made a fresh pot, and it smells really good.
Yes, please. A warm coffee sounds perfect this morning, especially before I fully wake up.
I also put some bread in the toaster, but I am not sure if we still have butter.
I think we have a little butter left, but we may need to buy more today.
That reminds me, we probably need to buy a few things from the supermarket.
We need more than a few things, Nick. I checked the fridge last night, and it looked almost empty.
Really? I thought we still had eggs, milk, cheese, and maybe some fruit.
We have 2 eggs, a little milk, no cheese, and one very sad banana.
One very sad banana sounds like the title of a funny children's book.
Maybe it does. But it is not enough for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
You are right. Let's have a simple breakfast first, then we can make a shopping list.
That sounds good. I always think better after coffee and something warm to eat.
Same here. Before coffee, my brain works very slowly and makes bad decisions.
That explains why you once put orange juice in your cereal.
That was not a bad decision. It was just a very creative breakfast experiment.
It was an experiment that should never happen again in this kitchen.
Fair enough. Today, I promise to keep the orange juice away from the cereal.
Thank you. That makes me feel much safer this morning.
Nick and Rose laugh together while the toast becomes warm and golden. Their day begins slowly, but they already know they have many small things to do. After breakfast, Nick and Rose sit at the kitchen table with coffee and a small notebook.
We should make a clear plan before we leave the house today.
I agree. If we do not make a plan, we may forget something important again.
Exactly. Last time, we went to the supermarket and forgot to buy milk.
That was not my best moment, especially because milk was the main reason we went there.
Today, we need to be more organized. So let's write everything down first.
Good idea. What should we do first after breakfast?
First, we should clean the kitchen because the dishes are still in the sink.
I was hoping the dishes would clean themselves if we waited long enough.
That would be wonderful. But sadly, our dishes are not that kind.
Fine. I can wash the dishes, and you can wipe the table.
That sounds fair. After that, we should check the fridge properly.
Then we can write a shopping list and make sure we do not forget anything.
Yes. And we should also decide how much money we want to spend.
That is smart. Sometimes I buy snacks because they look friendly on the shelf.
Snacks do not look friendly, Nick. You just get hungry when you shop.
That is also true. Shopping with an empty stomach is always dangerous.
So we need a list, a budget, and maybe a small snack before we leave.
I like this plan already. It understands my needs very well.
We also need to do the laundry later, but that can wait until the afternoon.
Good, because laundry always feels like a small mountain waiting for me.
It is not a mountain. It is just clothes that need to be washed and folded.
To me, folding clothes is the most difficult part of adult life.
I think paying bills is more difficult than folding shirts.
That is true. Folding shirts is annoying, but bills are much scarier.
Let's not think about bills this morning. Let's focus on today's simple jobs.
Okay, clean the kitchen, check the fridge, make a list, set a budget, and go shopping.
Then we can come home, cook lunch, and maybe visit the bookstore later.
That sounds like a full day, but also a nice day.
Ordinary days can still be nice when we do small things together.
Nick writes the plan carefully, but Rose notices he forgot one important thing. What did I forget? I wrote everything you said, even the laundry mountain.
You forgot to write. Do not buy too many snacks at the supermarket.
That feels less like a plan and more like a personal attack.
It is not an attack. It is just a very useful reminder.
Nick smiles and adds the reminder to the bottom of the list. Now their plan is ready, and the first job is waiting in the kitchen sink. Nick and Rose stand near the kitchen sink, ready to clean before they leave the house.
The kitchen does not look terrible, but it definitely needs some attention this morning.
I agree. The dishes are waiting for us like quiet little problems.
Quiet little problems become bigger problems when we ignore them for too long.
That sounds very wise for someone holding a sponge and looking serious.
A sponge can make anyone feel responsible and powerful in the kitchen.
Then I will wash the dishes, because I want to feel responsible too.
Good choice. I will wipe the table and put the cups back in the cupboard.
Can you pass me the dish soap, please? I think it is next to the sink.
Here you go. Please use enough soap, but not the whole bottle.
I promise. Today, I will not make a mountain of bubbles in the sink.
Thank you. Last time, the bubbles looked like they were trying to escape.
They were not escaping. They were exploring the kitchen.
Well, please do not let them explore the floor today.
Fair enough. I will keep the bubbles under control this time.
I will take these plates to the cupboard after you finish washing them.
Thanks. Can you also check if the rubbish bin is full?
Yes, it is almost full. We should take the rubbish out before we leave.
I can do that after the dishes. The bin is not too heavy today.
Great. I will sweep the floor quickly because there are crumbs near the table.
I do not know how crumbs appear so quickly after breakfast.
Crumbs are very talented. They can travel across the kitchen without help.
Maybe the sad banana dropped them when we were not looking.
Please do not blame the banana. It has already had a difficult morning.
You are right. The banana deserves respect, even if it is not very useful.
The table looks much better now. Clean spaces always make me feel calmer.
I feel the same way. A messy kitchen makes my brain feel messy too.
That is why cleaning small things can help us feel more ready for the day.
The dishes are done now, and I only used a normal amount of soap.
Excellent work. I am proud of your strong self-control with the bubbles.
Thank you. I have grown a lot as a person this morning.
Now, please take out the rubbish before you become too proud of yourself.
Good idea. Pride is nice, but the rubbish still needs to leave the house. Nick ties the rubbish bag carefully and carries it to the outside bin. Rose finishes sweeping the floor, and the kitchen begins to feel fresh and calm. The kitchen looks much better now. It feels like a new room.
Yes, and now we can check the fridge without feeling surrounded by dirty dishes.
That is good, because I am ready to discover what food is still alive in there.
Please do not say that before we open the fridge.
Rose opens the fridge slowly, and both of them look inside with serious faces. The next job is simple, but very important. They need to make a proper shopping list. Rose opens the fridge door, and Nick stands beside her with the small notebook. Okay, let's be brave and look at what we still have in here.
Brave is a good word, because this fridge looks very empty today.
I can see 2 eggs, a little milk, and half a tomato.
There is also some rice from yesterday, but I do not think it is enough for lunch.
Should we keep the rice, or should we cook something fresh today?
We can keep it for later, but we still need to buy more food.
I will write down eggs, milk, bread, rice, and vegetables.
Please add fruit too. We need something better than one sad banana.
The sad banana is still part of the family, but I agree.
We should buy apples, oranges, or maybe some grapes if they are not too expensive.
Apples are usually a good choice because they are easy to carry and eat.
Good point. Please write apples on the list, and maybe some oranges too.
Done. Do we need chicken for dinner, or should we make something simple?
Chicken would be nice, but we should check the price before we decide.
So I will write chicken with a question mark beside it.
Yes, that means we can buy it only if the price is reasonable.
What about cheese? You said we had no cheese left this morning.
Yes, please add cheese. I like having cheese for sandwiches during the week.
Do we need yogurt, or did we still have some at the back?
I think we finished it 2 days ago, but let me check carefully.
Sometimes yogurt hides behind bigger things and waits for us to remember it.
I found an empty yogurt container, so I think the yogurt has already disappeared.
That is disappointing, but at least the container helped solve the mystery.
Please write yogurt on the list, and maybe some cereal for quick breakfasts.
Good idea. Cereal is useful on busy mornings when we do not want to cook.
We also need dish soap soon, because you nearly finished the bottle today.
I used a normal amount, but yes, we should buy more before it runs out.
Please add dish soap and rubbish bags, because we only have one bag left.
This list is getting longer than I expected.
That is why checking the fridge is useful. It shows us what we really need.
True. Without checking, I would probably buy snacks, coffee, and nothing useful.
I know you very well, Nick. That is exactly why we are making this list.
Speaking of snacks, should we buy one small snack for the evening?
One small snack is okay, but only if we stay inside the budget.
I like that answer. It gives me hope, but also clear rules.
Clear rules are important when snacks are involved.
Do we need tea or coffee, or do we still have enough?
We have enough coffee, but we are almost out of tea.
I will add tea to the list because evening tea sounds peaceful.
Good. Also add onions and garlic, because they make simple food taste better.
Onions and garlic are now on the list. Anything else from the cupboard?
Maybe pasta. Pasta is easy when we are tired and do not want to think.
Pasta is a very kind food. It helps people on difficult evenings.
That is a strange sentence, but I understand what you mean.
Sometimes simple food feels like a small rescue plan.
Exactly. That is why we should keep easy food at home.
Nick looks at the shopping list and counts the items slowly. We have eggs, milk, bread, rice, vegetables, fruit, cheese, yogurt, cereal, dish soap, rubbish bags, tea, onions, garlic, and pasta.
That sounds right, but we should not buy everything without checking the prices first.
So the next part of the plan is to set a shopping budget.
Yes, because a good shopping list still needs a smart budget.
Nick closes the fridge, and Rose places the notebook on the table. Their shopping list is ready, but now they need to decide how much they can spend. Nick and Rose sit at the kitchen table and look carefully at their shopping list.
The list is useful, but we need to think about our budget before we go.
I agree. A long shopping list can become expensive very quickly.
Exactly. We should decide how much money we want to spend today.
How much do you think is reasonable for groceries and a few household things?
I think we should try to spend less than $80 if possible.
That sounds fair, especially because we need food for several meals.
Yes, but we should still choose carefully and avoid things we do not need.
I understand. That means I cannot fill the basket with friendly snacks.
Correct. The snacks may look friendly, but the receipt will not look friendly.
That is a very strong point. Receipts can be surprisingly serious after checkout.
We can still buy one small snack, but only after we buy the important things first.
I like this rule. Important things first, happy things later.
That is actually a good way to think about money in daily life.
Sometimes I forget that small things can add up when we buy too many of them.
Yes, one cheap thing is fine, but many cheap things can become expensive.
So we should compare prices and choose what gives us better value.
Exactly. For example, we can buy a larger bag of rice if the price is better.
But we should not buy a large bag of something we do not use often.
Right. Saving money is not only buying the cheapest thing.
It is also buying the things we will actually use.
Yes. Food is not cheap if we throw it away later.
That makes sense. We should buy enough, but not too much.
Let's put a small star next to the things we really need today.
Good idea. Milk, eggs, bread, vegetables, and dish soap feel important.
I agree. Rice, fruit, tea, and rubbish bags are also important today.
What about cheese, yogurt, cereal, pasta, onions, garlic, and chicken?
They are useful, but we can check the prices before deciding.
So they are not emergency items, but they are still good if the budget allows.
Exactly. We can be flexible when we are at the supermarket.
I like being flexible, especially when flexibility includes one small snack.
You are very focused on this snack today.
I am not focused. I am just emotionally prepared.
Emotionally prepared for a snack sounds very dramatic.
Snacks are serious when a person has worked hard washing dishes.
You washed dishes for 10 minutes, Nick, not 10 years.
True, but those 10 minutes changed me deeply.
Then your reward can be one small snack, if we stay inside the budget.
That is a fair and generous decision.
We should also remember to bring our shopping bags from the cupboard.
Good point. If we forget them, we may need to pay for bags again.
Small costs like that are easy to avoid if we prepare before leaving.
I will put the bags near the door right now.
Great. I will put the list in my bag so we do not forget it.
Please do that carefully, because the list is our most important shopping tool.
I will keep it safe. I do not want to shop from memory today.
Shopping from memory is dangerous, because my memory usually remembers chocolate first.
That is exactly why the list is staying with me.
Rose folds the shopping list and places it carefully inside her bag. Nick puts 2 reusable shopping bags near the front door. Their budget is clear, their list is ready, and their plan feels simple and practical.
Before we leave, we should check the weather outside.
Good idea. If it rains, we should bring an umbrella. Nick looks out the window, and the sky is beginning to turn gray. Nick stands near the window and looks carefully at the gray sky outside. The sky looks much darker than it did earlier this morning.
Yes, it does. I think the weather might change soon.
It was windy this morning, but now it looks like rain is coming.
We should check the weather on your phone before we leave.
Good idea. My phone says it will be cloudy this morning and rainy in the afternoon.
Then we should bring an umbrella, even if it is not raining yet.
I agree. It is better to be ready than wet and unhappy later.
Exactly. Also, you should wear a jacket because the wind feels cold today.
I was hoping I could just wear this t-shirt.
You can wear it, but you may complain after 5 minutes outside.
That sounds very possible. I do complain when I am cold.
I know. Last winter, you said your hands were becoming ice cubes.
They felt like ice cubes. I could not even hold my coffee properly.
Then please learn from history and wear your jacket today.
Fine. I will wear the jacket, and I will pretend it was my idea.
That is okay. Good ideas are still good, even when they arrive late.
Should we bring one umbrella or two umbrellas?
One umbrella is fine if we walk together, but two may be more comfortable.
Let's bring two. I do not want to fight the wind under one tiny umbrella.
Good thinking. Wind and umbrellas are not always friendly together.
Sometimes, an umbrella turns inside out and makes you look very confused.
That happened to me once near the bus stop, and everyone looked at me.
Did you feel embarrassed, or did you laugh about it?
At first, I felt embarrassed, but then I laughed because it looked so silly.
That is a healthy way to handle small problems.
Yes, because small problems feel lighter when you can laugh at them.
I will remember that if the umbrella attacks me today.
The umbrella will not attack you if you hold it properly.
I make no promises. Umbrellas and I have a complicated relationship.
Let's also wear comfortable shoes because we will walk to the supermarket.
Good point. My old shoes are comfortable, but they are not very good in rain.
Then maybe wear the black shoes near the door. They are better for wet weather.
You are right. I will change my shoes before we leave.
I will take a small cloth too, just in case our bags get wet.
That is very prepared. You think about things before they become problems.
I try to. It saves time and makes the day feel easier.
I usually think about problems when they are already standing in front of me.
That is why we make a good team.
You prepare early, and I provide emotional support and snack opinions.
Your snack opinions are not always necessary, but your emotional support is useful.
I will accept that as a compliment. Rose takes two umbrellas from the hallway cupboard and checks that they still work. Nick puts on his jacket and changes into shoes that are better for wet weather. I think we are ready now. We have bags, the list, jackets, and umbrellas.
Great. Let me check my bag one more time before we walk out.
Good idea. I will wait by the door and try not to forget anything important.
That is a good plan, but please check your pockets for your keys.
My keys should be right here in my pocket. Nick touches one pocket, then another pocket, and his face suddenly changes.
Please tell me your keys are not missing again.
I would love to say that, but I cannot find my keys right now. Rose takes a slow breath, and Nick looks around the hallway with worried eyes. They were ready to leave, but now they have one more small problem to solve. Nick stands near the front door and checks all his pockets again. I do not understand this. I had my keys in my hand earlier this morning.
Do not worry. Let's look carefully and think about where you walked today.
I walked from the bedroom to the kitchen, then from the kitchen to the rubbish bin.
Did you put the keys on the kitchen table while we were making the list?
Maybe I did. I often put things down and forget about them 2 seconds later.
That is very true. But we are not judging you right now.
Thank you for your kindness during this difficult key emergency.
It is not an emergency yet. It is only a small daily problem.
It feels bigger when we are already late and the sky looks ready to rain.
I know, but feeling stressed will not help us find the keys faster.
You are right. I will take a deep breath and search like a calm person.
Good. First, check the small table near the door.
There is mail, a pen, one old receipt, but no keys here.
Then check your jacket pocket, not only your jeans pocket.
Wait. I changed jackets earlier, so maybe the keys are in my other jacket.
That is a very good possibility. Where did you put the other jacket?
I left it on the chair in the bedroom because I was choosing what to wear.
Okay, go check the bedroom chair and I will check the kitchen.
Nick walks quickly to the bedroom while Rose looks around the kitchen table. I found a book, 2 socks, and my old jacket, but I still cannot find the keys.
I found your phone charger on the kitchen table, but I did not find your keys.
This is strange. I feel like the keys are hiding from me on purpose.
Keys do not hide on purpose, but people often put them in strange places.
That is a polite way to say, I put them in strange places.
I am trying to be kind because you already look worried.
Thank you. Please continue being kind until the keys return home.
Did you take the rubbish out after cleaning the kitchen?
Yes, I took the rubbish bag outside and put it in the big bin.
Did you have your keys in your hand when you opened the door?
I think I did because I needed them to lock the back door.
Then maybe you put them down near the back door.
That makes sense. I will check near the back door right now. Nick walks to the back door and looks around the small shelf nearby. I found them. They were sitting on the little shelf near the back door.
Great. That was not too bad, and we solved the problem calmly.
I would like to say I stayed calm the whole time, but that would not be true.
You were not completely calm, but you did better than last time.
Last time, I thought I lost my wallet, and it was inside my backpack.
Yes. And you were wearing the backpack while looking for the wallet.
That was a difficult moment for my personal reputation.
Everyone has moments like that. We just need to laugh and move on.
I agree. Today, I learned that keys can wait quietly near the back door.
And I learned that we should always check small shelves before we panic.
That is a useful life lesson. Small shelves can hold big answers.
Now please put the keys in the same pocket and keep them there.
I will put them in my jacket pocket and touch the pocket every 5 minutes.
You do not need to touch the pocket every 5 minutes.
Maybe every 3 minutes, just to be extra safe.
Let's leave before you create a full key safety system.
Nick locks the door carefully, and Rose checks that the shopping bags are ready. The keys are safe, the umbrellas are ready, and they can finally walk to the supermarket. Nick and Rose step outside, and the cool wind moves gently through the street.
The air feels fresh today, but I am glad we brought our jackets.
Me too. I already feel proud of myself for listening to your advice.
You should feel proud. Wearing a jacket was a very wise decision.
I will try not to celebrate too much before we reach the supermarket.
That is a good idea, because we still need to cross the road carefully.
The street looks busier than usual for a Saturday morning.
Yes, many people are probably shopping before the rain starts.
That makes sense. Everyone wants to finish their errands before the weather gets worse.
I like walking in this neighborhood when it is not too hot or too cold.
Same here. The trees make the street feel calm, even when there are many cars.
Look at that small cafe across the road. It seems very busy today.
Maybe everyone had the same idea and wanted coffee before grocery shopping.
Coffee before shopping is useful, but shopping while hungry is still dangerous.
I know. Hungry shopping makes me believe every snack is calling my name.
That is why we had breakfast before leaving the house.
True. The toast gave me strength and protected the shopping budget.
That is a very dramatic way to describe breakfast.
Breakfast is important. It deserves some respect.
I agree with that. A good breakfast can change your whole morning.
Nick and Rose walk past a small park where children are playing near the grass. The park looks nice today. Maybe we can walk there later if the rain stops.
That would be lovely. A short walk after lunch might help us relax.
I like simple plans like that. They do not cost money, but they feel good.
Exactly. Not every good thing needs to be expensive.
That sounds like something we should remember when we enter the supermarket.
Yes, especially when you see the snack aisle.
The snack aisle and I have a complicated friendship.
You have complicated relationships with many simple things today.
Keys, umbrellas, snacks. My life is full of emotional challenges.
At least you talk about them with honesty.
Thank you. I believe honesty is important, especially near chocolate.
Please use that honesty to tell me if you put extra chocolate in the basket later.
I will try to be honest before checkout.
That sentence does not make me feel completely confident.
They stop at the crossing and wait for the green walking signal.
Let's wait here until the light changes. The cars are moving quite fast.
Yes, it is better to wait a little than rush across the road.
Some people cross without looking carefully, but that always makes me nervous.
Me too. A few extra seconds can keep everyone safer. The walking signal turns green, and they cross the road together carefully. We are almost there. I can see the supermarket sign from here.
Good. Let's check the list again before we go inside.
Do you still have the list in your bag?
Yes, I put it in the front pocket so it would be easy to find.
Excellent. That list is the only thing standing between us and snack chaos.
Then let's protect the list like it is a treasure map.
A treasure map that leads to milk, eggs, rice, and responsible choices.
Responsible choices are not always exciting, but they are very useful.
I know. Still, I hope the treasure map includes one small snack.
We will see, Nick. First, we need to buy the important things.
Nick and Rose arrive at the supermarket entrance just as a few raindrops touch the ground. They open the shopping bags, take out the list, and prepare to shop carefully. Nick and Rose walk into the supermarket, and the warm lights shine above the busy aisles.
Let's stand near the entrance for a moment and check the list properly.
Good idea. Supermarkets are easier when we know exactly where to go first.
We should start with vegetables and fruit because they are near the front.
That sounds sensible. Fresh food first, snack dreams later.
Yes, that is the correct order for today.
These apples look nice, and they are not too expensive today.
Let's choose 6 apples because they are easy for snacks during the week.
I like apples. They are simple, healthy, and much quieter than chocolate.
Food does not need to be quiet, Nick.
Chocolate is never quiet. It speaks directly to my heart.
Please let your heart wait until we finish the important shopping.
Fine. I will focus on apples with my whole heart.
These oranges look fresh too. Should we buy a small bag?
Yes, a small bag is good. We can have them after lunch or dinner.
Great. Now we need vegetables for lunch and dinner.
We should get carrots, broccoli, onions, and maybe some tomatoes.
Good choices. They are useful for many simple meals.
Do we need garlic too? Or do we still have some at home?
We are almost out of garlic, so please add 1 small bag.
Done. The basket already looks very responsible and colorful.
Colorful food is usually a good sign.
Nick and Rose move slowly through the fresh food section and compare prices carefully. This broccoli is cheaper than the other one, but it does not look as fresh.
Then we should choose the fresher one, even if it costs a little more.
So, better value does not always mean the lowest price.
Exactly. Sometimes better value means better quality and less waste.
That is useful to remember. Cheap food is not cheap if nobody wants to eat it.
Right. Let's choose carefully, but not worry too much about every small difference.
Now we need milk, eggs, cheese, and yogurt.
The dairy section is near the back, so let's go there next.
I always wonder why milk is at the back of the supermarket.
Maybe because everyone needs milk, and they want people to walk through more aisles.
That is clever. The supermarket knows our habits very well.
That is why we need our list and our budget.
The list protects us from the supermarket's clever plan.
Yes, and from your snack feelings.
My snack feelings are under control for now. They reach the dairy section and look at the shelves filled with milk, cheese, and yogurt.
Let's get 1 bottle of milk, 1 carton of eggs, and 1 block of cheese.
This cheese is on special today. Should we buy this one?
Yes, that is a good choice because we use cheese often.
What about yogurt? There are so many different kinds here.
Let's choose plain yogurt because we can eat it with fruit or cereal.
That is smart. Plain yogurt is more flexible than sweet yogurt.
Exactly. Now we need bread, rice, cereal, pasta, tea, and dish soap.
That sounds like we are moving from food to survival supplies.
Daily life is mostly food, cleaning, and trying not to forget things.
That is a very honest description of adulthood.
It is honest, but it is also peaceful when we do it together.
I agree. Even grocery shopping feels nicer when it becomes a small team mission. Nick and Rose walk to the next aisle, where bread and cereal are on the shelves. Which bread should we buy today?
Let's buy wholemeal bread because it is useful for breakfast and sandwiches.
Good idea. It also makes me feel like I am making a healthy choice.
You're making a healthy choice, especially if you do not cover it with too much butter.
I will use a normal amount of butter and pretend I am very disciplined.
That sounds realistic enough for today.
Here is the cereal. Should we choose the simple one or the sweet one?
The simple one is better for most mornings, but the sweet one looks fun.
Fun cereal makes Monday morning feel less serious.
That is true, but simple cereal is usually better for every day.
Okay, simple cereal today. I am becoming a very responsible shopper.
You are doing well. Now we need rice and pasta.
The rice is on the bottom shelf. Should we buy the small bag or the large bag?
The large bag has better value, and we eat rice often, so let's buy that one.
Good. Pasta is easy too, so we should buy 1 packet.
Yes, 1 packet is enough because we still have some sauce at home.
Now we need tea, dish soap, and rubbish bags.
Those are in different aisles, so let's check them before we forget.
Rose looks into her bag for the shopping list, but her face suddenly becomes unsure. What happened? You looked very confident 2 seconds ago.
I cannot see the shopping list in the front pocket of my bag.
Maybe it moved to another pocket while we were walking.
I hope so, because I do not want to shop from memory today.
Do not worry. We already bought many important things from the list.
Yes, but I still want to check what is left before we finish.
Rose checks the other pockets, and Nick holds the basket quietly beside her.
I found it. It was under my small umbrella inside the main pocket.
Excellent. The treasure map has survived the supermarket journey.
Good. Now let's finish before we create another small problem.
Agreed. The next aisle has snacks, so we must stay strong.
We can walk through it calmly and choose only one small snack.
I appreciate your trust during this emotional moment. Nick and Rose walk toward the snack aisle with the list, the budget, and a little self-control. Nick and Rose walk slowly into the snack aisle, where colorful packets fill both sides. This aisle feels very dangerous, but also very beautiful at the same time.
It is only dangerous if we forget our budget and our shopping list.
I remember the rule. We can choose only one small snack today.
Good. One small snack means 1 packet, not 1 packet from every shelf.
That is a very important detail. I am glad you explained it clearly.
I know how your snack logic works, so I need to be very clear.
These biscuits look nice, and they are on special today.
They do look nice, but let's compare the price with the crackers first.
The crackers are cheaper, but the biscuits feel more exciting.
Exciting is good, but we also need to think about what we will actually eat.
I will definitely eat the biscuits. I can promise that with great confidence.
I believe you, but I am not sure that is a strong health argument.
Fair point. Maybe we should choose something we can both enjoy with tea tonight.
That is a better idea. A small packet of biscuits with evening tea sounds nice.
Great. I will choose this packet because it is not too big and not too expensive.
That seems reasonable. Please put it in the basket and do not look back.
Do not look back sounds very dramatic for leaving the snack aisle.
Sometimes drama helps people make responsible choices.
Then I will walk forward bravely and leave the snacks behind me. Nick puts one packet of biscuits into the basket and walks away with serious focus. Rose smiles because Nick looks proud, as if he has just finished a difficult test.
You did well, Nick. You chose one snack and kept walking.
Thank you. It was not easy, but I stayed loyal to the budget.
Now, we only need dish soap, rubbish bags, and tea before checkout.
The cleaning aisle is over there, near the paper towels.
Perfect. Let's get those things quickly before the supermarket gets busier.
Here is the dish soap. Should we buy the same one we used at home?
Yes, the same one is fine because it works well and the price is okay.
I will choose the smaller bottle because we do not need a huge one today.
Good choice. Now we need rubbish bags.
These bags are cheaper, but they look very thin.
Then we should not buy them, because they may break too easily.
A broken rubbish bag is a problem nobody wants in the kitchen.
Exactly. Let's choose the stronger bags, even if they cost a little more.
Better value again. I am starting to understand this shopping wisdom.
You are learning quickly. Soon you will become a supermarket expert.
That sounds like a powerful title. Nick, supermarket expert and snack survivor.
Please do not put that on a business card.
Too late. I am already imagining the design. They place the dish soap and rubbish bags into the basket. Then they walk to the tea section and look at several different boxes.
We need tea for the evening, but we do not need anything fancy.
This simple black tea is affordable, and we both like it.
Good. Let's buy that one and check the list one final time.
We have apples, oranges, vegetables, milk, eggs, cheese, yogurt, bread, cereal, rice, pasta, tea, dish soap, rubbish bags, and one small snack.
That sounds complete. We did not buy chicken, but we can cook pasta or rice tonight.
That is okay. We stayed practical and did not buy too much food.
Now let's go to checkout before we remember 10 more things.
Good idea. Supermarkets have a way of making people discover new needs. Nick and Rose walk to the checkout line and wait behind two other shoppers. I feel nervous about the total price.
Me too. But I think we made good choices today.
We compared prices, bought important things, and survived the snack aisle.
That is a successful shopping trip in my opinion.
I agree. Also, the biscuits are still in the basket, which makes the day brighter.
Yes, but remember, they are for evening tea, not for eating on the walk home.
I understand. The biscuits have an appointment with tea later.
That is a strange way to say it, but yes.
The cashier smiles and begins scanning their groceries, one item at a time. Hello, how are you today?
We brought our own bags, so we do not need plastic bags today.
I can help pack the groceries while you watch the screen.
Thanks. Please put the eggs on top so they do not get broken.
Good idea. Eggs need protection and respect.
They mostly need not to be crushed under the rice.
That is also true. I will keep them safe. The total appears on the screen, and Nick and Rose both look at it carefully.
The total is $76.40.
That is under $80, so we stayed inside the budget.
Great. That means our plan actually worked today.
I feel proud of us, and I also feel proud of the snack decision.
You may feel proud, but please pay before the line gets longer.
Of course, I will pay by card today. Nick taps his card, and the payment is accepted.
Could we have the receipt, please?
Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Nick and Rose carry the bags toward the supermarket exit. Outside, the rain is falling harder, and the walk home suddenly looks less simple. Nick and Rose stand near the supermarket exit and look at the rain outside. The rain is much heavier now than it was when we came inside.
Yes, it changed quickly. I am very glad we brought 2 umbrellas.
This is one of those moments when preparation feels like a small victory.
Exactly. We checked the weather, brought jackets, and remembered the umbrellas.
We also remembered the shopping list, the bags, and almost remembered the keys.
Almost remembered. The keys is not the same as remembered the keys.
True, but the keys are with me now, and that is what matters.
Good. Please check your pocket before we step into the rain.
I just checked. The keys are safe, and my pocket is doing its job.
Great. Let's open the umbrellas before we walk away from the entrance.
Good idea. I do not want to fight with an umbrella while holding groceries.
I will carry the lighter bag, and you can carry the heavier one.
That sounds fair, because the rice has become the strongest item in our shopping trip.
Please hold the bag carefully, because the eggs are still on top.
Do not worry. I am giving the eggs a very smooth journey home.
Thank you. The eggs have already survived checkout, so let's help them survive the rain.
Ready to walk?
Ready. Let's go slowly and stay close to the buildings where there is more cover.
Nick and Rose step outside, and the cold rain taps quickly on their umbrellas. The sound of rain on the umbrella is actually quite relaxing.
It is relaxing when you are dry, but not when your shoes are getting wet.
That is true. My left shoe is already starting to feel suspicious.
Suspicious is an interesting word for a wet shoe.
It feels like it is planning to make my sock uncomfortable.
Then let's walk a little faster, but not so fast that we drop anything.
I agree. Wet socks are bad, but broken eggs would be worse.
At least the supermarket is not too far from home.
Yes. And the street is quieter now because most people are staying inside.
Rain changes the feeling of a neighborhood very quickly.
It does. Everything looks softer and quieter. Even the cars sound different.
I like that. Rain can make a normal walk feel like a small story.
Today already feels like a small story with coffee, keys, snacks, and rain.
That is true. Ordinary days become interesting when we notice the little moments.
And when one sad banana becomes a character in the morning.
I hope the sad banana has a peaceful afternoon at home.
Maybe we can eat it later with yogurt so it can have a meaningful ending.
That sounds strangely respectful, but also practical.
They reach the crossing and wait under their umbrellas for the light to change.
Be careful here. The road is slippery, and the cars may take longer to stop.
Yes, we should wait until the walking signal appears.
Some people rush when it rains, but rushing can make things more dangerous.
I agree. A few extra seconds are better than a bad accident. The walking signal turns green, and they cross the road carefully together. We are halfway home now, and the eggs are still safe.
Excellent. I am more worried about the paper receipt in my pocket.
Receipts are small, but they become very weak in the rain.
I put it inside my bag, so hopefully it stays dry.
Good. We may need it if we want to check the prices later.
Yes. Checking receipts helps us understand where our money went.
Today, our money went to responsible groceries and one emotional packet of biscuits.
That is a very accurate financial report.
Thank you. I may start giving daily budget reports in dramatic language.
Please do not make our grocery budget sound like a weather warning.
Too late. Heavy spending expected near the snack aisle, but conditions improved after strong self-control.
That was actually quite good.
Thank you. Rain gives me creative energy. Nick and Rose laugh as they continue walking through the rain toward home. The bags are heavy, their shoes are wet, but their mood is still light.
We are almost home now. I can see our street from here.
Good. I am ready to put these bags down and drink something warm.
Same here. After we unpack everything, we can make lunch.
Lunch sounds wonderful. Walking in the rain has made me hungry again.
You became hungry before we even left the supermarket.
That is not completely true, but it is also not completely false.
At least we have enough food now.
Yes, and we stayed within the budget, which makes the food taste even better. Nick and Rose reach their front door, close their umbrellas, and shake off the rain carefully. They are home again, and now the next small job is waiting in the kitchen. Nick and Rose carry the grocery bags into the kitchen and place them carefully on the table. I am very happy to put this heavy bag down at last.
Me too. The walk was short, but the rain made everything feel harder.
At least we came home with dry eggs and a successful budget.
Yes, the eggs are safe, and the receipt is mostly dry too.
Mostly dry sounds, like a small victory in this weather.
It is. Now let's unpack everything before we start feeling too comfortable.
Good idea. If I sit down now, I may not stand up again for a while.
Then please start with the cold things, because they need to go into the fridge first.
Milk, cheese, and yogurt are going into the fridge right now.
Great. I will put the apples and oranges in the fruit bowl.
The fruit bowl looks much happier now. The sad banana finally has some friends.
Yes, and maybe it will feel less lonely before we eat it later.
That sentence sounds kind and slightly dangerous for the banana.
Life is complicated when you are very ripe fruit.
I will put the rice and pasta in the cupboard.
Please put the cereal next to the pasta, not behind the cleaning things.
Do not worry. I will not store breakfast beside dish soap.
Thank you. That is the kind of decision I like to hear.
The dish soap and rubbish bags can go under the sink.
Yes, and the tea can go in the cupboard near the mugs.
Done. Everything is finding its proper home today.
That always feels good. A full kitchen makes the house feel calmer.
I agree. It feels like we are ready for the next few days.
Now we need to decide what to cook for lunch.
I vote for something warm, simple, and fast.
That is exactly the kind of lunch I want after walking home in the rain.
We have rice from yesterday, fresh vegetables, eggs, and some yogurt.
We could make fried rice with vegetables and eggs.
That sounds perfect. It is warm, simple, and it uses what we already have.
Good. We should use the old rice first, so we do not waste food.
I like that. Saving food and saving money are both good habits.
Exactly. Can you wash the vegetables while I heat the pan?
Yes, I can wash the carrots, broccoli, and tomatoes.
Please cut them into small pieces after washing them.
I can do that carefully. I will respect the knife and my fingers.
That is good to hear. Safe cooking is more important than fast cooking.
Should we add onions and garlic too?
Yes, onions and garlic will make the fried rice smell much better.
I love when food starts smelling good before it is even ready.
Me too. It makes the kitchen feel warm and welcoming.
Nick washes the vegetables carefully while Rose prepares the pan on the stove. The vegetables are washed now. I will start cutting them slowly.
Thank you. I will cook the onion and garlic first.
The smell is already amazing, and we have only just started.
That is the power of onion and garlic in a warm pan.
Cooking lunch feels much better than carrying groceries through the rain.
Yes, but we needed the groceries to make the lunch.
That is true. The difficult walk made this simple lunch possible.
Sometimes small effort in the morning gives us comfort later in the day.
That sounds like a life lesson hidden inside fried rice.
Many life lessons are hidden inside ordinary things.
I like that idea. It makes doing chores feel more meaningful.
Exactly. Daily life is not always exciting, but it can still be valuable.
The vegetables are ready. What should I do next?
Please add them to the pan and stir them slowly.
Like this?
Yes, that is good. Now we can add the rice and mix everything together.
The rice is going in now. It already looks like real lunch.
Great. I will crack 2 eggs into the pan and mix them through the rice.
The eggs survived the rain and now have an important job.
You're still thinking about the eggs as brave little travelers.
They went through a lot today. They deserve respect.
Fine. These brave eggs are now becoming part of lunch.
That is a beautiful ending for their journey.
Please get 2 plates from the cupboard while I turn off the stove.
Sure. I will also get 2 glasses of water.
Thank you. Lunch is ready, and it smells really good.
It looks great. I am glad we cooked instead of buying takeaway.
Me too. This is cheaper, healthier, and warmer after the rain.
Also, we made it together, so it feels more special.
I agree. Simple food can feel special when you share it with someone.
Nick and Rose sit at the table with warm bowls of fried rice. Outside, the rain continues, but inside the kitchen feels peaceful and bright. This lunch is exactly what I needed today.
Same here. Sometimes a warm meal can change your whole mood.
They begin eating slowly, and the busy morning finally becomes a quiet afternoon. After lunch, Nick and Rose sit quietly at the kitchen table with warm cups of tea. That lunch was really good. I feel much better than I did this morning.
Me too. Warm food, clean dishes, and tea can change the feeling of a day.
The rain outside also makes the house feel extra comfortable right now.
Yes, I like that feeling. But I also feel a little tired today.
Are you feeling okay, Rose? You seem quieter than usual this afternoon.
I am okay, but I think I have been very busy recently.
That makes sense. You have done a lot this week, and you also helped with everything today.
I know, but sometimes I feel like there is always something else to do.
I understand. Daily life can feel heavy when small tasks never really stop.
Exactly. Cleaning, shopping, cooking, laundry, messages, work, and plans all take energy.
You are right. Even simple things can feel tiring when they all come together.
I do not want to complain, because nothing is really wrong.
You are not complaining. You are just saying how you feel, and that is okay.
Thank you. Sometimes I forget that feeling tired is not a failure.
It is definitely not a failure. It usually means your body and mind need rest.
I think I need to remember that more often.
Maybe this afternoon should be slower. We do not have to do everything today.
That sounds nice, but we still have laundry waiting for us.
The laundry can wait a little longer. It has waited before, and it survived.
That is true, but I do not want the laundry mountain to become bigger.
We can do one small load later, not the whole mountain at once.
That feels more manageable. One small task sounds better than everything.
Exactly. Small steps are easier than trying to fix the whole day at once.
I like that idea. It makes the afternoon feel less stressful.
Maybe after tea, we can go to the bookstore if the rain slows down.
That would be lovely. A quiet bookstore always helps me relax.
We can walk slowly, look at books, and not buy anything unless we really want to.
That sounds peaceful. I enjoy places where people speak softly and move slowly.
Same here. Bookstores feel like quiet rooms full of different worlds.
That is a beautiful way to describe them.
Thank you. I become poetic after fried rice and tea.
Maybe we should put that on your business card too.
Nick, supermarket expert, snack survivor, and fried rice poet.
That business card is getting very crowded.
True. I may need a larger card.
You are making me laugh, and I already feel a little better.
Good. Laughing cannot solve everything, but it can make the moment lighter.
That is true. Thank you for listening without trying to fix everything too quickly.
I am learning. Sometimes people need support before they need solutions.
Exactly. Advice is helpful, but kindness should usually come first.
I will remember that. Kindness first, advice second, snacks third.
Snacks do not need to be part of every life lesson.
Maybe not every lesson, but definitely some lessons.
Fair enough. The biscuits are still for evening tea, though.
I know. I am waiting patiently like a very mature person. Rose smiles and takes another slow sip of tea. The afternoon feels calmer now, and the rain outside begins to sound softer.
I think the rain is getting lighter now.
You are right. Maybe the bookstore plan is still possible today.
Let's rest for a few more minutes, then we can decide.
Nick and Rose sit quietly together, enjoying the peaceful sound of the rain. The morning was full of small jobs, but the afternoon may bring something gentler. After resting for a while, Nick and Rose look outside and see the rain becoming lighter.
The rain has almost stopped now, and the street looks peaceful again.
That is good timing. We can still visit the bookstore if you feel like going.
I think I would like that. A short walk and a quiet bookstore sound perfect.
Great. We do not need to rush. We can just enjoy the afternoon slowly.
Yes, and we can leave the laundry for later without feeling guilty.
Exactly. The laundry is not going anywhere, which is both good and bad news.
That is true. Clothes are very patient when they are waiting to be washed.
Then let's appreciate their patience and go look at books.
Good idea. I will bring my small bag and one umbrella just in case.
I will bring my keys, and this time I know exactly where they are.
Please check before we leave, because confidence is not the same as proof.
Fair point. The keys are in my jacket pocket, and I can feel them right now.
Excellent. That is already better than earlier this morning.
Nick and Rose leave the house again, walking slowly under the cloudy afternoon sky. The air smells fresh after the rain, and the street feels much quieter now.
I love that smell. Rain makes everything feel clean for a little while.
It also makes the trees look brighter, and the footpath look shiny.
You really are becoming poetic today.
I told you, fried rice and tea changed something inside me.
Maybe the bookstore will make you even more poetic.
That could be dangerous. I may start describing every shelf with deep emotion.
I would actually enjoy that, as long as you do not scare the other customers.
I will keep my bookstore poetry at a respectful volume. They reach a small bookstore on the corner, with warm lights in the window.
This place always looks so inviting from outside.
Yes, it feels like the kind of shop where time moves more slowly.
That is why I like it. There is no hurry inside a bookstore.
Let's go in and look around without making a big plan.
That sounds perfect. Sometimes no plan is the best plan.
Nick opens the door, and a small bell rings softly above them. I love that sound. It makes the bookstore feel friendly immediately.
Me too. It feels old-fashioned in a very nice way.
What kind of book do you want to look for today?
Maybe something light and easy. I do not want anything too serious.
That makes sense. After a busy morning, your brain deserves a gentle book.
Exactly. Maybe a simple story, a short novel, or a book about travel.
Travel books are nice because they let you visit places without packing anything.
That is true. They are also cheaper than real plane tickets.
Much cheaper. And there is no airport security line.
That is one of the best things about reading.
Rose walks toward the travel section while Nick looks at a shelf of simple stories. This book looks interesting. It has short stories about ordinary people.
That sounds nice. Ordinary people often have the most meaningful stories.
I agree. A story does not need dragons or explosions to be interesting.
Exactly. Sometimes a small choice or a simple conversation can change everything.
That sounds a lot like today. We only cleaned, shopped, cooked, and walked.
Yes, but it still became a full day with small lessons and funny moments.
We had the sad banana, the missing keys, the snack aisle, and the rainy walk.
See, ordinary life can become a story if we pay attention.
That is a beautiful thought. Maybe learners need stories like that too.
I think so. Simple stories are easy to follow, but they can still feel real.
That is why daily English is important. People use it every day, everywhere.
Yes, and learners do not only need big words, they need words for real moments.
Like asking for coffee, checking the fridge, paying at checkout, and talking about feelings.
Exactly. Those small sentences help people live in English, not just study English.
I like that. Live in English, not just study English.
Maybe you should write that down before you forget it.
I would, but I might lose the note beside my keys.
Then maybe I should write it down for both of us.
Rose smiles and picks up a small English book with clear, simple stories.
This book looks useful. The sentences are short, but the stories seem warm.
That sounds perfect for someone learning English through listening and reading.
Yes, because learners need language they can understand and enjoy.
When English feels enjoyable, people can stay with it longer.
Exactly. Enjoyment is important because learning takes time.
Should we buy this book or just look today?
I think I will buy it. It feels like the right book for this afternoon.
Then let's buy it. It can be your peaceful reward after a busy morning.
I like that idea. A book is a quiet kind of reward.
And much safer than buying 5 packets of biscuits.
Yes, although one packet of biscuits with this book may be perfect tonight.
I fully support this reading plan. Nick and Rose walk to the counter and pay for the small English storybook. They leave the bookstore slowly, carrying one book and a calmer feeling than before.
I am glad we came here. I feel more relaxed now.
Me too. Sometimes a short walk and a quiet place can change the day.
And sometimes a simple book can remind us why learning matters.
Learning gives people more ways to understand the world and share their own stories.
That is a lovely way to say it, Nick.
Nick and Rose walk home under the soft gray sky, ready for a quiet evening. Nick and Rose return home from the bookstore and place the new book on the coffee table.
I am really glad we bought this book today. It feels simple, warm, and useful.
It looks perfect for quiet evenings, especially with tea and one responsible biscuit.
One responsible biscuit sounds funny, but yes, that is still the plan.
Good. I respect the biscuit plan, and I will not question it.
While we are talking about books, I was thinking about learning English again.
That makes sense. The book made me think about it too.
Many learners feel worried because they think they must understand every word.
Yes, but that can make listening feel stressful instead of helpful.
Exactly. When I first learned another language, I wanted to understand everything immediately.
Did that make you feel tired?
Very tired. I paused too often, checked too many words, and lost the meaning of the story.
That sounds frustrating. Sometimes trying too hard can make learning harder.
Yes. And later I learned that listening can also be gentle and natural.
Like listening while walking, cooking, cleaning, or resting at home.
Exactly. Passive listening helps your ears become familiar with the rhythm of English.
So, even when learners do not understand every sentence, their ears are still learning.
Yes. They hear common words, useful phrases, sentence patterns, and natural pronunciation.
That is why simple daily conversations are useful.
Right. Daily conversations repeat real words that people use again and again.
Words like breakfast, shopping, weather, money, tired, busy, and ready.
Yes, and phrases like, "Do you want some coffee?" or "Let's make a plan."
Those phrases are more useful than memorizing difficult words with no real situation.
I agree. Language becomes easier when it is connected to real life.
But what should learners do if they miss many words while listening?
They should keep listening and stay calm. Missing words is normal.
That is important. Even native speakers sometimes miss words in noisy places.
Exactly. Understanding grows slowly, not all at once.
So learners should not feel bad if they only understand part of the conversation.
Yes, understanding 10% is still a beginning, and 20% is progress.
Then 30% feels better, and one day the story becomes much clearer.
That is how listening improves. Small progress becomes big progress over time.
Repeating the same video can help too, right?
Definitely. The first time, learners hear the general story.
The second time, they notice more words and phrases.
The third time, they may understand the feelings and small details better.
That sounds encouraging because they do not need a new lesson every day.
Yes, sometimes repeating one good lesson is better than rushing through many lessons.
I like that idea. Slow learning can still be strong learning.
Exactly. English is not a race, it is a long journey.
That sounds like something learners need to hear often.
They do. Many people stop because they think they are too slow.
But slow does not mean failing. Slow means they are still moving.
Yes, if they keep listening, keep repeating, and keep going, they will improve.
What about speaking? Should learners speak while listening?
They can, but they do not have to speak every time.
So passive listening can be useful even when they are tired.
Yes, on busy days, just listening is still practice.
That is good. Some people work all day and have very little energy at night.
Exactly. They can listen while resting, and their brain still receives English.
They can also repeat one or two useful sentences if they feel ready.
Yes, but they should not force themselves too much.
Learning should feel possible, not painful.
I completely agree. A little practice every day is more powerful than one stressful study session.
That reminds me of our day. We did small tasks, one by one.
Yes, and that made the whole day easier to manage.
English learning is similar. One word, one phrase, one sentence, one story.
Beautifully said. Maybe you really are becoming a fried rice poet.
Thank you. I accept this title with great seriousness.
Just do not become too serious, or learning will become boring again.
Good point. English should be useful, but it can also be warm and fun.
Exactly. Stories, jokes, and real feelings help people remember language better.
So a simple conversation about daily life can still teach many things.
Yes. It can teach vocabulary, grammar, pronunciation, culture, and emotional expression.
That sounds like a lot for one ordinary day.
Ordinary days are full of language if we listen carefully.
Nick and Rose sit quietly for a moment, thinking about the small book and the long journey of learning. Their conversation becomes a gentle reminder that English can grow slowly through simple, daily listening. I hope learners remember that they are allowed to learn slowly.
I hope they remember that listening every day really can help.
Outside, the rain has stopped completely, and the evening light begins to fill the room. The evening comes slowly, and Nick and Rose return to the kitchen to prepare dinner. I still feel full from lunch, but I know I will be hungry again soon.
That is usually how dinner works. It arrives when we think we do not need it yet.
Very true. What should we cook tonight with the groceries we bought today?
Since we did not buy chicken, I think we should make simple vegetable pasta.
Mmm, that sounds good. Pasta is easy, warm, and friendly after a long day.
I agree. We can use tomatoes, onions, garlic, and some cheese on top.
Excellent. That sounds much better than my original plan.
What was your original plan?
My original plan was to look in the cupboard and hope dinner appeared by magic.
That is not really a plan. That is just hunger with imagination.
Fair point. Your vegetable pasta idea is much stronger.
Can you fill the pot with water while I cut the onion and garlic?
Sure. I will fill the pot and put it on the stove.
Please add a little salt to the water before it starts boiling.
I can do that. How much salt should I add?
Just a small spoon is enough. We do not want the pasta to taste like the sea.
Good warning. I once made soup that tasted like a very angry ocean.
I remember that soup. We both drank a lot of water after dinner.
That soup taught me respect for salt.
Good. Please use that respect tonight.
Nick fills the pot, adds a small spoon of salt, and turns on the stove carefully. Rose cuts the onion and garlic slowly, while the kitchen begins to feel warm again. The water is heating now. What should I do next?
You can wash the tomatoes and cut them into small pieces.
I can do that. Tomatoes are easier than onions because they do not make me cry.
True, but they can make the cutting board messy,
Daily life is full of small risks.
especially when you are cooking with tomatoes and talking like a philosopher.
I am not a philosopher. I am just a hungry person with thoughts.
That is probably how many philosophers started.
Then maybe dinner is the beginning of great wisdom.
Maybe. For now, please focus on cutting the tomatoes safely.
I will. Safe tomatoes first, wisdom later. The water begins to boil, and Rose opens the packet of pasta.
The water is ready. Can you put the pasta in slowly?
Yes, I will put it in carefully so the hot water does not splash.
Good. Then stir it a little so it does not stick together.
Done. The pasta is now beginning its short and important journey.
You are giving emotional meaning to every food item today.
Food works hard for us. It deserves a little respect.
That is strangely sweet, so I will allow it.
Thank you. How long should the pasta cook?
About 10 minutes, but we should check it before draining the water.
I will watch the time and try not to forget.
Please set a timer on your phone, because trying is not always enough.
Good idea. My memory has already had trouble with keys today.
Exactly. Technology can help us when our brains are tired.
The timer is set. 10 minutes until pasta success. Rose heats a pan and adds a little oil, onion, and garlic. The smell fills the kitchen, and Nick smiles while stirring the pasta. That smell is one of the best smells in the world.
Onion and garlic make simple cooking feel special.
They also make me feel like we know what we are doing.
We do know what we are doing, at least most of the time.
Most of the time is good enough for a normal evening.
I agree. Perfect is not necessary for a good dinner.
That sounds like another life lesson from the kitchen.
Many lessons are easier to understand when food is involved.
The timer has 3 minutes left. Should I check the pasta now?
Yes, carefully take one piece and see if it is soft enough.
It is almost ready, but I think it needs 2 more minutes.
Good. I will add the tomatoes to the pan now.
The sauce looks simple, but it smells really fresh.
Simple food is often the food we enjoy most at home.
That is true. Restaurant food is nice, but home food feels peaceful.
Especially after a day with rain, shopping, and many small jobs.
Today felt busy, but not bad.
Yes, it was busy in a gentle way.
I like that phrase. Busy in a gentle way.
It means we did many things, but we did not rush through everything.
We also talked a lot, and that made the day feel lighter.
Talking helps. It turns small tasks into shared moments.
And shared moments are easier to remember than silent chores.
Exactly. That is why ordinary conversations matter.
The pasta is ready, and Nick carefully drains the hot water in the sink. Rose mixes the pasta with the tomato sauce and adds a little cheese on top. This looks wonderful. I am very glad dinner did not appear by magic.
Why are you glad about that?
Because if dinner appeared by magic, we would miss this nice cooking moment.
That is a surprisingly thoughtful answer.
Thank you. The pasta has made me wise.
Then, please use your wisdom to bring the plates to the table.
Of course, wise people can also carry plates. Nick puts 2 plates on the table, and Rose serves the warm vegetable pasta. The kitchen is quiet now, and the long day begins to slow down.
This is a good dinner for a simple evening.
Yes. And it tastes even better because we cooked it together. Nick and Rose sit down to eat, feeling thankful for food, warmth, and a peaceful home. After dinner, Nick and Rose sit in the living room with warm tea and the small packet of biscuits. This is the moment I have been waiting for since the supermarket.
You mean the peaceful evening, the warm tea, or the biscuits?
All 3 together. I believe they are an excellent team.
I agree. A quiet evening feels even better after a full day.
Today was simple, but it had many small stories inside it.
Yes, we started with coffee, breakfast, and one very sad banana.
Then we made a plan, cleaned the kitchen, and checked the empty fridge.
After that, we talked about money, checked the weather, and searched for your keys.
I was hoping we could forget the key part by evening.
We can remember it gently, because it became funny after we found them.
That is true. A problem feels smaller after it becomes a story.
Exactly. Then we walked to the supermarket and tried to shop carefully.
We bought useful things, stayed inside the budget, and survived the snack aisle.
You are still very proud of that snack aisle moment.
I am. Personal growth can happen anywhere, even beside biscuits.
That is a very Nick thing to say.
Thank you. I take that as a warm compliment.
Then we walked home in the rain and cooked a simple lunch together.
The rain made the walk harder, but it made lunch feel warmer.
Yes, and after lunch, we slowed down and talked about feeling tired.
I liked that conversation. It reminded me that people need rest, not only plans.
I liked it too. Sometimes we need someone to listen without judging us.
Listening is simple, but it can mean a lot.
Exactly. Then the bookstore helped the afternoon feel peaceful again.
The bookstore was my favorite part, except maybe the biscuits right now.
Of course. The biscuits must have an important place in your heart.
They do. But the bookstore was special because it made us think about learning.
Yes, and about how English learners can improve slowly through simple listening.
I hope they know it is okay to learn slowly.
I hope they know that every small listening moment can help.
Even if they understand only a few words today, they can understand more later.
Exactly. Repeating the same story can make the language feel more familiar.
That is why a simple daily story can be useful,
It gives learners real words for real moments.
like asking for coffee, making a plan, shopping carefully, and talking about feelings.
Yes, and those are the words people use in everyday life.
I think ordinary days are full of language.
They are. We use language when we cook, clean, shop, rest, and care for people.
We also use language when we lose our keys and try not to panic.
That is a very useful daily situation for many people.
Sadly, yes. I may be helping learners through my personal weaknesses.
That is a generous way to describe losing your keys.
Thank you. I try to turn mistakes into educational material.
That is actually a good attitude toward learning English too.
How so?
Mistakes can help learners notice what they need to practice next.
So mistakes are not the end of learning.
No, they are part of learning.
That is comforting. It makes learning feel less scary.
Exactly. People do not need perfect English to keep going.
They just need patience, practice, and maybe a warm cup of tea.
Tea is helpful, but patience is probably more important.
Fine. Patience first, tea second, biscuits third.
That is a good order for tonight.
Nick takes one biscuit and breaks it in half, giving part of it to Rose. Here you go. This is the responsible biscuit we promised ourselves.
Thank you. It tastes better because we waited for it.
Waiting makes small things feel more special.
That is true. Maybe that is another lesson from today.
What is the lesson?
A good day does not need to be exciting every minute.
It can be made of small, useful moments.
Yes, small tasks, kind words, warm food, quiet places, and simple conversations.
That sounds like a beautiful kind of day.
It was. I feel thankful for it now.
Me too. I am thankful for coffee, jackets, umbrellas, groceries, and safe eggs.
I am thankful for your humor, even when you make food sound heroic.
The eggs were heroic, but I will accept the compliment.
I am also thankful that we talked honestly when I felt tired.
I am thankful you told me how you felt.
It helped me feel lighter.
I am glad. We should always make space for honest conversations.
Yes, even on ordinary days.
The room becomes quiet for a moment, while Nick and Rose drink their tea. Outside, the street is dark and calm after the rain. Tomorrow will probably bring more small jobs.
Yes, but tonight we can rest and let the day finish slowly.
That sounds perfect. We do not need to do anything else right now.
Exactly. Sometimes resting is the most important thing left to do.
Then I will rest very seriously.
Please do not make resting sound like another job.
You are right. I will rest gently instead.
That sounds much better.
Nick and Rose smile quietly, enjoying the peaceful end of their simple day. Their ordinary Saturday is almost over, but the small moments have made it meaningful. You have listened to a daily English conversation with Nick and Rose. Today, they talked about many simple parts of everyday life. They talked about morning routines, breakfast, cleaning, shopping, weather, money, cooking, feelings, learning English, and resting. These are normal topics, but they are very useful for real English listening. Remember, you do not need to understand every word the first time. Just listen, relax, and let the sounds of English become familiar. When you listen again, you may notice more words, more phrases, and more small details. Listening many times can help your ears understand English more naturally. Small practice every day can slowly build strong listening skills. Thank you for listening to this story from the English Journey. Keep going, keep listening, and enjoy your English journey.